going on, y'all? This is another episode of Around the Town with your humble host, KD, bringing y'all this news that y'all can use. Now, y'all already know the spill. Roll to 500. Get the channel up to 500 subscribers by May 15th. And I will be sitting there, top five funniest comments. Gets a $20 cash app. You get me over 500 subscribers by May 15th. This goes out to my New York subscribers. You will be sitting there getting one of these hand delivered by me to you. And if y'all get me well over 500 subscribers, it may have some greenery involved. Other than that, we gonna sit there and start this off. Hold on, let me. Yo, sit down. Sit down. We gonna start. Yeah, you see, I got my bubble with me. We gonna start this off with Now, I'm an '80s baby. You feel what I'm saying? '80s baby, grew up in the '90s and so on and so forth. I remember when the first Blade came out, the second Blade came out, and the third Blade. The third Blade was trash, but the first one and two, immaculate movies. I'm talking about, you can watch them to this day, immaculate. Wesley Snipes, when he got signed on to do that, to be honest with you, at that point in time, from the mid 90s on until basically like Black Panther, that was our first black superhero that was on television for my era. You feel what I'm saying? Then it was rumors that what's dude's name? Marshall Ali was supposed to be taking over Wesley Snipes because they were supposed to be redoing the Blade movie all over again. I believe for the whole little Marvel DC shit. Alright, cool. Now, I was very interested in seeing that regardless because Marshall Ali, I hope I'm pronouncing this man's name right. He's a phenomenal actor. Cool dude. I want to see him do an action role. But it's been stated that Wesley Snipes is in the works of returning. Hold on, let me sit there and get the right wording. It says Wesley Snipes is reportedly set to return as Blade in the multiverse saga. So it's safe that, don't get me wrong, Wesley Snipes type, hope he still got the moves, but it's safe to say that we will be getting a fourth, better and more updated version of Blade. And with that being said, I can't do nothing but be ecstatic. Because if you grew up in the 90s, watching Wesley Snipes, you already know that nigga was one of the illest action stars that we had in the 90s, especially for black people. Now, when he did that Tu Wong Fu shit, I don't really know what that shit was about. They ain't really got too much to do with me. But Blade, if they're going to sit there and put him back into the driver's seat of Blade, I'm all for it. To be honest with you, I'm all for the Marshall Ali one too. I want to see that because I watched a couple of them Sticky Fingers shits when Sticky Fingers did the actual show. It was cool, but Wesley Snipes, if he can sit there and move like how he was moving in 1 and 2, I'm all for it. So you know what I mean? Y'all just y'all be on the lookout for that because that right there, that's some good shit. This don't got nothing to do about the list of what I wanted to sit there and report on today, but I just had to sit there and say this. CDC reports that the HIV in Atlanta is on the rise, like skyrocketing. So look, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna keep it like this. Wrap up, use condoms, dogs. If you out there, messing with men and then you messing with women, let it be known. Same goes as for females. If you messing with men and you but you particularly mess with females, let it be known. Be safe. Get them tests. You know what I mean? They got all types of prep and all that. Get on your prep shit. That way you don't even contract this shit. Like, yo, this shit is wild. And y'all be safe in Atlanta. Now, I as an African American male, right? Especially one that has somewhat a sense of criminal rap sheet. It was always told to me that, yo, if you get arrested, whether you was convicted of the crime or whatever, being that it's on your rap sheet, it makes it even harder for you to get in law enforcement and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to give a round of applause because in Pennsylvania, which is a Commonwealth state, one of the worst in the United States, one of the worst Commonwealth states, but a 27-year-old black man that has been jailed over 3 times, which jail means he's been locked up over 3 times, becomes the youngest judge in Pennsylvania. Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Now, that might not sit there and connect to some people, but for those who you know what I mean, who will connect to, you get the drift. 27-year-old black man that becomes the first youngest judge in Pennsylvania after sitting there being arrested multiple times. Come on, man. You can't do nothing but sit there and be happy about that. Because at the end of the day, it's already sat there being predicated to the black youth that, yo, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make it into the NBA, the NFL, or any type of rap shit. Only thing you really got for real is if you a hell of an athlete, or if you a hell of a drug dealer. That's what they try to promote to the black youth right now. Or that's what they've been promoting to the black youth. Now it's being easier for you to get into the music industry. But do you really want to get into the music industry when you got people such as P. Diddy Pop Cone sitting there, you know, throwing freak offs and fucking up niggas' lives and shit? Like, you don't want to put yourself in these positions. So for this young man to have a criminal background and yet and still be able to turn his life around and then hopefully become a more justful system, or help to create a more justful system when it comes to the quote unquote justice system in Pennsylvania, and especially with the minorities that, because in the article, I don't really feel like reading the article, but it says that throughout his times of being locked up, he's always sat there and seen that, yo, the people that's being locked up, or the people that's basically they get treated unjustly. 9 times out of 10, they didn't even do it, but being that they fit the description, you know what I mean, just the whole rigmarole. So once again, congratulations to bro. You know what I mean? I hope you do good things. You know what I mean? And yeah, just don't slack, my man. Do what you're supposed to do. Now, this right here is sad. So we're gonna slide down to College Station, Texas. Right? Trigger warning. So just imagine you go to the hospital to get checked up on, let's say in 2022, right? They do a CT scan which says that something's wrong. Get down. So okay, you go to the hospital 2022 complaining about stomach pains. You think that is kidney stones. They give you a CT scan in which the hospital says you have fatal cancer, in which now you discombobulated, you don't know what the fuck is going on, you scared, you know what I mean? You start preparing yourself, you start sitting there going through chemotherapy. They send you to chemotherapy, right? You lose all your hair because you're going to chemotherapy. Now, in 2000, so mind you, this happens in 2022. In 2023, you start your chemotherapy. About a what it says, approximately a year later, you come back and you getting tested, this, that, and third, doing all this, that, and third, and they tell you that yo, you don't have cancer, and congratulations. So in the back of your mind, okay, oh, I beat cancer, blah blah blah, woo woo, everything good. Then it comes out that you never had cancer to begin with. And instead of the hospital apologizing for sitting there even putting you through this shit because they read the paper wrong and they didn't do the proper testing, they try to play it off as, yo, congratulations, you beat cancer, this, that, and the third. Just imagine that. So this actually happened to a lady by the name of Lisa Monk. And it says she alleged that once her organ was examined, the hospital test came back clear, indicated that she had never had cancer, but the hospital did not review their findings until April's appointment. That was April that just passed. She's still paying bills for the chemotherapy, cancer treatment, this, that, and the third. She never had cancer. Now, I don't know if she's because it doesn't say here that she's suing. I sue the fucking brakes off of that. Yo, that hospital will be known as the Lisa Monk Hospital. Like, it's no way in the world, bro. You mean to tell me I go to the hospital talking about stomach pains, thinking I got kidney stones. So if she thought she had kidney stones, 9 times out of 10, she suffered from kidney stones before. For them to sit there, do a CT scan, say that she has fatal cancer, then approximately a couple of months later, 2013, and March of 2023, excuse me, I said 2013. In March of 2023, she begins her chemotherapy. It's been a whole year from 2022 to 2023 because they said she went in the ending of 2022. So this had to been, so it wasn't a whole year. So it's the ending, so probably like November, December, somewhere around there. By March, she started chemotherapy. So let's say October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. Let's just say 6 months. She started chemotherapy. April, matter of fact, we still in April. Today's the 30th. It doesn't say what day in April, but it says that when she goes, to her regular scheduled appointment, she's told that she doesn't have cancer. She's told she's never had cancer. They sit there and do another exam on her organs or whatever the case may be, which come back that she never had cancer. So y'all convinced me into doing chemotherapy, which made me lose my hair, because now this lady is straight bald. I've been paying, taking medicine I ain't even supposed to be taking, doing shit to my body that I ain't even supposed to be taking, which possibly fucked up her health even more. Just for y'all to sit there and tell me that I never had cancer, and y'all didn't even sit there and read up on none of my test shit until my April appointment, and wish I said that I didn't have cancer. So I did a whole year of chemotherapy, taking medicine, this, that, and the third. And now, for real, she said her health is fucked up now. Health is fucked up now off of this shit. And she's still paying bills. My mom, get you a good ass lawyer and sue the fuck out of that. Sue them all. Sue them all. Sue the city. Sue that hospital. Sue the doctors that sat there and did the test. The nurses. Sue the people that sat there and gets paid to read over the test. I sue the whole facility. Because that's bullshit. That is bullshit. Mama, I hope you sit there and I hope you see some type of justice from this, and I hope you find a way to sit there and heal yourself on the inside and get better, because that's fucked up. That's fucked up. So now we are at the crux, or however you say it, of the episode. So if you've been following this channel since the inception, we sit to report on these teachers now, because now it's a trend for these young ass teachers start throwing, you know what I mean? They throwing freak off parties for their students. But this one is kind of odd. So a 26-year-old teacher, right, who meets a 15-year-old at church, right? Now, they said that this is Arkansas church. They said that this is a church that Bill Clinton used to sit there. Really don't know why the fuck Bill Clinton name had to be tossed in this, but okay. So, this 26-year-old teacher meets this young boy at church. All right. Now, I don't even understand how she gets the nigga number, but she's so infatuated with him, she starts sending wild nude pictures to the dude, this, that, and third video. She turned up. Okay, cool. Well, not cool, but so one day they get together. She knocked Buddy down. You feel what I'm saying? Get that nigga that good old mop top. But she sits there and says, I gave him oral sex and decided not to have intercourse to keep him pure. Miss, Miss Gray. Miss Gray. I don't I don't understand what, like, first and foremost, keep them pure. Get down, Bella. Keep them pure. If you wanted to keep the little 15-year-old pure, you should have kept your mouth off him. You should have sat there and not been sending him lewd and explicit photos of yourself. If you wanted to keep the 15-year-old boy pure. You should have stayed out his DMs. You shouldn't even try to get his number. None of that. If you want to keep the man pure. Now, me personally, at 15 years old, at the manest person I was, what I had sat there and told, I don't think so. But all I'm gonna say is this: listen, women. Understand these young kids nowadays, they 15, 16, they look like they 32. Check it out. The same way niggas gotta ask for ID to make sure that a female is the proper and the right age in order for niggas to shoot they shot, y'all gotta sit there and start doing the same. But at the same time, you already know that the nigga was 15. So you knew what the fuck type of situation you was getting into, trying to holler at young boy. So I really don't sit there and feel no type of way about this, because at the end of the day, bitch, you set yourself up for failure. And with that being said, for the rest of y'all teachers, listen, first and foremost, stop fucking these young kids. Stop fucking them. That's that. Because what I was about to say, that's, you know what I mean? Stop fucking them young kids. Find you a nigga that's 19, that's out of high school, you feel me? If you want to get you a little young boy, find you something that's 19 that's out of high school. But other than that, there's been another episode of Around the Town with your humble host, KD. Bring y'all some of this news y'all can use. You already know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. You already know, road to 500. And with that being said, peace.